Well, you might have thought we said everything we wanted to say about twisted pair cables, but no. Let's talk about those categories. You've heard of Cat 5, Cat 6, and so on. Let's talk about those a little bit. First thing to notice is that the category has nothing to do with the physical construction of the cable. Yes, there are certain general things that you tend to do to make them perform better, but the category has to do with the performance of the cable, and different manufacturers might have differences in how they actually make it. So it's very difficult to actually just slice open a cable and say what type it is based on what it looks like. Alright, here's the big chart, and you do not have to memorize this chart, but there are a couple of things you should probably notice about it. First of all, between Cat 5 and 5E is a big cutoff point. We can't get to gigabit per second speeds until we get to Cat 5E. And there's really no difference in the construction, by the way, between Cat 5 and 5E. It's just a difference in the quality of the work and the quality of the materials. We are now down to, oh, by the way, I should mention E stands for enhanced. And the A, when we get to the A, 6A and 7A stands for augmented. Now, why we need enhanced and augmented, I don't know. And why didn't we just skip to another category? Again, I don't know. I'm sure there's a good reason, but I don't know what that is. 6 is probably the most common that we have today. And you can get a little bit better bandwidth out of 6A, but typically 6 is what we're using, and of course we try to put in a little bit higher than what we actually need. Once we get up here to 8, we start to get into the 40 gigabit speeds. So horrendous speeds when we get up here. But these cables have very different looking connectors. Yes, they are an RJ45 connector, and they connect into the RJ45 plug, but they are constructed in a very specific, or a very, I should say, a very strict and highly shielded way. The maximum distance you're going to get out of any category, or I should say any twisted pair cable, is 100 meters no matter what. Now, there are some caveats, and I'm not going to go into those caveats here. But suffice it to say that that's a little more advanced thing, but for our purposes, just say 100 meters no matter what. You don't go more, you don't go, well, you can go less, but you can't go more than that typically. And that's it for the categories of the cables.